Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chris Loves Comics. It's Saturday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend, and I hope you guys had a great new comic book day on Wednesday. I always like to start off the show by saying thank you very much to everyone who subscribed to me. It does really mean a lot to me. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll also be putting a link in the description down below for some of my friends who also have channels. They're great people. But I'm going to be going over my A-plus books of the week. I think I got like 20 issues of of books this past Wednesday, but I cut it down to the top four for the allowance of time. But I'll get started right away. First up, we have Avengers Twilight, book number 1 by Chip Zdarsky, and the art is by Daniel Acuna. The art style is kind of different. I don't know if I like it or not. It's definitely interesting. Right here we have Steve Rogers. Now, as the name implies, Twilight, all the Avengers are sort of in the twilight years of their life. They're sort of they've battled Thanos. They're sort of towards the end of their careers and sort of looking towards retirement. But apparently there's an event called H-Day that happened. This issue was a great setup issue, but there's a lot of good drama in here between Tony Stark's son and Captain America, whereas Tony Stark's son is sort of saying that the Red Skull was actually a hero but Tony Stark's son is sort of diminishing the legacy that is Captain Steve Rogers, but it was a great issue. There's some good action here, and I definitely recommend it. Also, it looks like with H-Day, they've sort of cracked the whip on superheroes. They have this sort of stormtroopers that look like they have Iron Man helms, and they're sort of patrolling the streets. There's curfew going on, so it's sort of a dystopia kind of book. But it's really fantastic. The end splash page, it looks like Steve is not so retired towards the end. So I'm definitely going to give this a try. I gave this an A+. The writing is really well done. Chip Zdarsky is doing a fantastic job for the start. But like I said, it's a good setup issue. Next up, the last issue of the Enfield Gang Massacre by Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips. Now, I've been talking about this book ever since it came out. It's a 6-issue miniseries. This is the last issue, and apparently there's going to be, they haven't given a timeline yet, but there's also going to be another That Texas Blood sort of, not anthology, but like miniseries, or we don't know what's going on, but it's towards the end of the book where the author talks about there's more stuff coming in, and I'm very excited for this. This is a great Western pulp noir story, and the art is just very rich. And even the pages, they have that sort of like hard paper feel. It kind of feels like parchment a little bit, so it kind of adds to the authenticity of like older books and such. But this is the end. There will be. I spoke about the last issue, but there will be spoilers on this. And as you can kind of imagine, it's not good for our buddy Enfield. He does get hanged by the town. And his wife is just heartbroken, and it's just there's a lot of raw emotion in this book. It's just really well done. But what I like about the end of the book, towards the end of the book, Sarah, the young lady, she pictures her life if he were to escape. They escape, and then there's no text in it, and I kind of like that. It just lets the reader, give his or her imagination. See, they escape, and it looks like they have a happy life, and setting up a house and baby on the way. But this is all just a dream in Sarah's eyes. But this was really well done, and you just feel for her. It's just, this was definitely an A+ book. I really enjoyed it. If you get a chance to get the trade when it comes out, definitely recommend it. It's well worth your money. And next up we have Cobra Commander, issue number 1 of 6 by Joshua Williamson. And this is part of the Energon universe. So there's also Duke, and of course Transformers. But Cobra Commander, it's definitely different than what you read in, or what you watched in the comics. Although they do show Cobra La, and Globulus is head of the of Cobra La as before, whereas Cobra Commander is sort of a servant, and he's trying to prove himself to Globulus that he deserves to be part of the organization. The art is just fantastic. It's by Andrea Milana. You see how Cobra Commander he starts off at well, he gets he gets shot, but then I guess a snake comes loose, and I really love that artwork right there where it sort of infects him with his venom. But it looks like Cobra Commander has sort of a well-kept secret. He goes into this chamber where you find none other than Megatron. So Megatron is alive. He did lose his arm in Transformers, the most recent issue that came out. So I like how they're connecting everything. They're connecting everything together. But it looks like Megatron is sort of giving counsel to to Cobra Commander. But I do like the little smile that he has. So obviously these two are insidious characters, and they're always trying to, one up each other. But it's a really well done book. And at the end, Cobra Commander is also recruiting some help, from some characters you may recognize. He's in Louisiana, and the Dreadnoks. So they're going to introduce, I'm sure, Zartan, Dr. Mindbender, all those characters. It's a really good homage to G.I. Joe, but like I said, it's definitely not for kids. There's a lot of violence in the book, so if your parents, just be wary of letting your kids read it. And of course, can't go a month without saying this is the A+ book of the month, which is World's Finest issue number 23. This is we're getting towards the end of the Return to Kingdom Come, where Magog and David are they're sort of trying to control the universe, and we have Batman and Superman with their respective counterparts from the Kingdom Come series. The art by Dan Mora and Tamara Bonvillain on colors. They are just like, you just have to see the art. It's so clean, and it looks so great. The shading and the vibrant colors and the clean lines. It's just fantastic, especially with the fight with Superman and Magog. It's something. It's something else. But then Superman gets help with the Justice League. You have Metamorpho, and then you have this is a great. I'll try to get it all from. You have a good splash page with Wonder Woman. You have Hawkman, of course, Batman. You have the Flash. Green Lantern up in the corner, and then of course Shazam, and I said Batman. And David sort of breaks free of Magog's spell and joins, Superman, because Batman convinced David that, Superman has only looked for your best interest and has, always been nothing but a friend to you. And I love this splash page with both Supermen giving a good uppercut to Magog. But the end of this book is spectacular, because not before Magog loses, he summons a boom tube. And we all know who's usually at the end of another boom tube. This last page, you have Darkseid. So this story is really ramping up, and it's going to be concluding in the next issue, the arc. I hope the book isn't concluding, because I think this is probably one of, if not DC's best book that's going on right now. I know a lot of people who are reading World's Finest, and like if you're late to the party, definitely get the trades. It's definitely a treat. But that's it. I hope you guys have had a great week. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please, if you're new to the channel, please consider liking and subscribing and sharing the video. I'm looking to reach 300. Once I reach 300, I'll definitely be doing a good giveaway. I'm at 241 right now, but I'm in no rush. I'm really thankful that you guys have stuck it out with me, and you enjoy the books. Have a great weekend, and take care.